Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. Darrisaw is my number 3 tackle. I think I still have him over AVT. I would take him before AVT. So he's my number 3 tackle and my number 3 offensive lineman. And I think that he is someone who is incredibly boring. And when I say boring, I don't mean that as a bad thing. I mean this guy just wins his reps. He just wins rep after rep after rep, especially in the pass game. His feet don't look amazing. He doesn't have this crazy side-to-side athleticism. He's not mauling people all over the place. Now, I do have a couple of clips where he lays some people out, finishes some people, but he's not, some flashy lineman. It's not like a highlight tape you'll put together, but he just wins rep after rep after rep after rep. And let's just get into it. So this game is against Miami. This is against Quincy Roche and Jalen Phillips. Luckily, Miami kept Jalen Phillips on the other side, or we might be singing a different tune. Phillips might have had a couple sacks against him because Phillips is a monster. But Quincy Roche is no scrub at all, and especially at the college level. A third-round pick, which is, I think, where Quincy Roche will go, maybe even probably a third-round pick. A third-round pick in college is a monster. And Darrisaw just calmly just handled him. Darrisaw didn't give up a sack this past year he didn't give up a sack. So that shows you something. But let's get into this. You're just going to see him constantly. He's able to get to the outside. And just no one can turn the corner on him. Roche turns the corner on a lot of people. But no one can turn the corner on him. Now, is his hands inside? Does he have the best technique? Did his feet just look so amazing when he got into this kick set? He had good footwork, but he doesn't have the quickest feet. But he just, rode him out of the play. Rode him right out of the play. Let him run himself right out of the play. And that's something that you see in the NFL a lot. Understanding where your quarterback is, where the rest of your offensive line is, so that way you can let this guy just run himself out of the play. And know that your quarterback has space to step up. And this is the part where I can kind of say that I lied. Because I said his tape was boring. But he's got a couple of great looking kick sets that they're just underrated. I mean, an offensive lineman just setting it up to where he doesn't even engage with the pass rusher. Because he's in the perfect position. And there's nowhere really for Quincy Roche to go here. There's going to be a DB that's blitzing. And he's going to be cognizant of that. And make the right pickup. And you'll just see it right here. One thing that I've seen with a lot of these offensive linemen, there's a lot of miscommunications. There's a lot of mental errors. But Darrisaw does not make many mental errors. So let's just watch him get into this kick set. And he's protecting the inside, helping with Roche, while at the same time having enough confidence that he can get the edge against this DB. And he just sees that Roche makes a decision to go right into his left guard's chest. So he just picks up the DB and just watch how he shadows him. I'll play it in real time. Watch how he shadows him. I mean, there's nowhere for him to go. And this is a, 320 something pound man. And he's just shadowing this dude. Now, like I said, are his feet the quickest? Is he the most? Does he look like a blur? No. He's not Tristan Wirfs. He's not Penei Sewell, but he's there. He's just always there. And here's more of the same with him lined up against Quincy Roche. And Roche's just going to try to get the edge again because he's so used to being able to do it. And as you watch, this is usually when Roche is able to cut back inside. But Darrisaw has this foot there and he never picks this foot up. He never moves that foot out from in front of him. This right foot on the ground does not move. So this makes sure that he cannot get back inside. He's not getting inside. And yes, the DB comes through, but at that point, this blitz is taking so long to get to the quarterback. This quarterback can really bail out here. But he ends up just throwing it away pretty soon and getting the completion. But it just shows how he just kept his foot forward. There's no getting back inside here. very confident in his ability to turn and his ability to recover. And, smart play here. And this is what I mean. Darrisaw is here to do a job. He's here to do a job, plain and simple. So you're going to see 77 right here at the left tackle spot. And everything's jumbled a little bit here. I don't even know if this is a legal formation in the NFL. But nonetheless, you got Roche lined up against Darrisaw again. And he's going to try to attack the middle and get a stunt going on. But Darrisaw shuts that down and is able to just pass him off. And there's no pressure there because he just had great communication, passed him off perfectly, put him right in this guy's lap pretty much, and then was ready to pick up this D tackle swooping around. Just poetry in motion. And then here it's like, didn't you just get beat with this play? Why are you trying it again? They try it again. Roche tries to work that stunt again, and the same thing happens. Passes it right off, puts him right in. I mean, there's nowhere else you could put him that would help this left guard recover more. Put him right there. And at that point, the D tackle doesn't swoop around. So Darrisaw, what does he do? He doesn't just release him. He just continues to block this dude. Hand right in his chest. You're not getting inside. This right hand is something serious. And you know why this right hand is something serious? Because Darrisaw has that right foot forward. That right foot stays forward this entire time. Now, he loses it a little bit, actually. But as he recovers, the right foot goes back forward, and then that right hand strengthens because you've got that right foot forward. I mean, this is just basic physics, people. You got that right foot forward. He's got his left foot back, and then you got another guy, with his left hand on him. So that's a wall at that point. And, you can run blitzes against this dude if you want to. There's a couple of plays like this, and Darrisaw does not like when you send these small people up to try to combat him. He doesn't like it. I'll just play this in full time. There's no real analysis for this. This is just, you have no business here, and you just need to get back out of the club. You're not 21. So what are you doing trying to get into the club? What are you doing trying to get into the club, man? Come on now. And then he goes over there, and you can't see it, but he goes over there, and he finishes him. He pushes him in the dirt, goes back over there and presses him into the dirt. And that's what you want out of an offensive lineman. You want this mentality. Like, do you have any idea who I am? And it's not like Darrisaw runs to go pancake this dude. He just stands there and just takes one step and just lays dude out and goes and finishes him. And again, they saw it didn't work the first time, but they run pretty much the exact same blitz with 23 right here on the left of your screen. And it's like, are you serious, man? It's like, are you serious? You're coming down here to mess with Darrisaw after he just laid your linebacker out? Now you're sending a DB? Go sit down, man. Go sit down. Like, this is, can y'all realize, listen, you can't say the NFL thing where you say this is a grown man. This is a kid, and he's getting bullied. This is what this is. He's getting bullied, and he's laid out on the ground. And this is what happens when they try to send guys. They think they're going to be able to use their side, they use their speed, use their momentum of them running downhill. They just get laid out. And there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just go sit down, young man. And then on this pass set, it just shows a little bit of his power. It just shows he can't be moved easily. And Roche is a great pass rusher out of this draft. So you're going to see number 2 Roche, number 77 at this left tackle spot. And what he's going to do is try to get a bull rush going. And he gets a good amount of momentum, goes right into his chest, has the momentum, has his hands inside, and he kind of gets stonewalled. Pretty much stonewalls him right here. Pretty much just stonewalls him. Doesn't have his hands inside, but not much movement there. Not much movement at all. And this is just more of the same of Darrisaw just laying people out, doing whatever he wants. He's 77 right here at the bottom of your screen. He's going to help with this double team. He's just going to lay them out. I see you you're driving your legs, trying to use technique, trying to do what you do. I got you, my man. Just tell him to go sit down so we get to this next level. Now, one thing, maybe Darrisaw should have, instead of down blocking here, he kind of down blocked this dude into the running back's gap. where they probably want him to run. Anyway, Roche did a good job of not collapsing down. So, you know, he was there to make this tackle. But they still managed to get about 8 yards just from, you know, him laying this dude out like that. Now, out of all the plays in this game, I definitely did not like this rep. Roche probably got the better of him. He still didn't give up a sack, but Roche probably got the better of him on this particular play. So you're just going to see him get into his kick set again. This time he's a little high. Roche gets his hands inside first, and if you allow this, this is what could possibly happen. And he folds him. Now, again, he's just got this raw strength that he doesn't get completely just, you know, he doesn't get ran over, but he gets folded right here. I mean, you don't want to get folded up like that because, you know, you get pushed back into your quarterback. The thing is, the blitz on the other side came through, and he didn't really give up a sack. Now, this last play I'll show you is just a very basic play. It's just a combo block in the running game. I've seen the Giants run these plays. They run a lot of duo plays where you got double teams on the D tackles, double teams along the defensive line. And if Darrisaw were to go to the Giants, or if he goes to any one of these teams, I would not want to see Darrisaw as a guy who's doing a lot of pulling, a lot of mobile blocking. Darrisaw, he needs to be doing these man blocking, these combo blocks. Man blocking, of course, is where everybody has a man that they're blocking. Everybody has an assignment. You go block this guy, you go block this guy, you go block this guy, etc. And zone blocking is where, you know, you block anybody that's in that area. And then any other kind of blocking where, you know, he will be out in space and he has to run around and use mobility to go get someone. I don't necessarily want that for him, but he does these combo blocks at a high level. So let's just watch one of these here. He's just going to just help number 54 again. I mean, him and 54 have some serious chemistry. He's going to just help him again with this combo block, and they're just going to get some movement. That's just basic things that he did a lot at Virginia Tech, and I think he could do this at a high level in the NFL. I think he'll be a above average run blocker, and I think he has the potential to be an elite pass protector. So him, Rashawn Slater, they're very similar to me as far as how high I will place them as tackles right now. But, you know, just that lack of the same athleticism that a Rashawn Slater and Penei Sewell have is why he's tackle number 3. I still have him above AVT, but Christian Darrisaw, I think, can really be that elite pass protector. And it looks like he's probably going to go to the Chargers. So, Chargers fans, if you get this dude, he might have some struggles at the beginning, like all offensive linemen do that are rookies. But once he settles in, I think you're going to have a really, really good pass protecting left tackle that's going to shore up that line on that side for a decade. So you guys let me know what you think of Darrisaw. Do you want him on your team? Do you like him better than these other tackles in the draft? Let me know what you're thinking of Darrisaw. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 squad member. If you're a D6 squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.